In Serbia, public-private dialogue is mainly ad hoc and decentralized. It centers around issues or legislation. There is an economic and social council that mostly deals with labor and employment policies, and it meets regularly. However, the council functions relatively poorly. Its members are not representative of the business community or labor unions, and it has few results. In fact, it couldn't reach agreement on labor law reforms after over a year of discussion, and the reforms had to be developed outside of the council.
Pa zna se gde se vodi socijalni dijalog, nije ovo mesto. Pa što niste pričali gde je trebalo, alo? Alo? Ua!
You have just seen video of a public hearing on the labor law that the trade unions disrupted. Currently, there is no other national or local level council where PPD on other issues takes place, but a new national SME council is planned that will include members from the government and private sector. Other national level councils have also not been particularly effective. The most recent were a competitiveness council that prioritized issues but did not have much impact and was disbanded, and the National Economy Recovery Council that had some meetings on economic reform priorities but has been pretty much inactive during the past year. The reason for these failures of national level PPD councils seem to be that they lack a plan or mandate to produce strategies, policies, or legislation, and high-level leadership and attention is not sustained. There is a legally mandated public consultation period that ensures that laws are at least released to the public and that comments can be sent. However, in many cases, the reasonable ministry uses an urgent procedure that allows for just 20 days of public consultations, releases the draft law on the internet, and ignores or pays little attention to comments received via email or mail. Nonetheless, there are some best practices in PPD that Serbia can boast of. This includes the law on planning and construction, which had PPD while a diagnostic study of the permitting system was conducted, continued the PPD to develop a roadmap for legal and institutional reforms, and held numerous meetings with government and private sector stakeholders while the law was being drafted. This is continuing during implementation of the law, including public consultations on the bylaws and a planned user feedback mechanisms. Other best practice examples include laws on inspection, labor and factoring. These 4 examples involve donor organization of the dialogue, but there is at least one example of real dialogue taking place without donor assistance, the draft law on consumer protection. Serbia's business associations are very active in advocacy and in instigating dialogue with the government.
Nalet i RTS vam predstavljaju kada njihova najveća radost postane noćna mora.
Sve ovo za trudničko.
Jedna trudnica, 43 papira. Na šalterima pored vas. Od kreatora procedure poput prijave radnika na obavezno socijalno osiguranje stiže nam epski spektakl. Trudnica protiv sistema. I kada pomislite da je gotovo,
počelo je.
Za porodiljsko, još 86 papira.
Tek počinje. Za trudničku i porodiljsku nadoknadu treba skupiti preko 100 papira. Ova procedura košta privredu 690 miliona dinara godišnje. To je dovoljno da se zaposli 1200 ljudi. Pitajte kada.
Čestitam, postali ste majka.
Ostao je još jedan.
This video clip is created by the National Alliance for Local Development and shown on Serbian national television, which helped decrease the paperwork regarding the maternity leave. This is another video clip created by the National Alliance for Local Development and shown on Serbian national television.
Gde si komšo, odi vamo, jeftiniji smo nego radnja.
Dobar dan.
A, čokolada za malog, može? Šta ti je ovo? Ananas.
Neću to.
Sunđeri za gospođu. Može. 200 dinara.
Ljudi, požar!
Vraća vidica k vetrajici, gubimo prostor!
Stoj! Policija! Drži ga!
Ajmo si.
Zbog sive ekonomije država dnevno gubi 8 miliona evra, a građani bolnice, puteve i tlo pod nogama.